keep that rolling for a minute here. We're just doing a quick battery change out, folks, and just thought I'd go ahead and bring it back on.
Oh, well.
So that those of you that are watching don't disappear.
Yeah, I have
we want to
think
we want to yeah. I'm just using it to hold it up.
Okay.
Is the cup in front of you? No. There.
All right. Yeah.
So
strange.
Yeah, I mean we can just.
The woman, the female veteran we met, it was interesting.
Do you want to wait for his battery? We can
okay.
divulge into a different subject real quick.
Well, I just want to finish up real quick on the girl.
The veteran. Well, wait till he's back. And
second way.
No way, we're not doing it twice. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and checking in on us. If you're somebody we know, which I will check the chat real quick.
I hope everybody's having.
We want to say, hey, there's Ronan, and see you guys back. Right on, brother. Yeah, we're still rolling. Yeah,
happy holidays,
power pack
everybody.
for this occupier Kathleen Lee, and looks like we're ready to go again. Don't forget to check out the website, independencitizenmedia.weebly.com, or Occupy Veterans San Francisco, where we'll be posting pictures and current stories. And also
the Venice Post is going to be great. We're here in the home of one of the Venice occupiers here at the Syndicate, and we're talking with AC about the strangers in town. And we were finding family everywhere we go when we go to different cities and we link up with VFP chapters or occupiers. It really, really does make up the little voids that I have in my life with people who aren't even my relatives. It's been pissing me off for a number of years now how families are like some of the ones that people treat each other bad enough as it is, but families doing that to one another just blows my mind. So we're walking across America, finding family, making friends we haven't met yet. And we were talking about female veterans today, and it was interesting because I was talking about how the National Guard was replacing a lot of the troops, and they were actually having to work with a lot of the private contractors and mercenary forces out there. And we met this female tonight, a woman named Kylie, and she had some brilliant insights. And she said she was in the Coast Guard, and she had done fire control, which means that she was involved in some type of artillery or machine gunning, some kind of weaponized job skill in the Guard. And she's having a heck of a time, but she was remaining positive. And she was the first woman veteran that James and I had run into on the street since San Francisco. And they have a particular set of issues that are very difficult, but important for me to try to understand. So they're sorely underrepresented, I'm just saying, out of like the few dozen real vets, bona fide vets that we've met, to meet one woman who comes from a lower economic class strata and was enlisted and was joining the military to escape, her situation, just finds it worse. So I hate it, man. I hate that they were trying to get women to take gun jobs in the Army. It's just a drag for me. And it was kind of a draggy day. I apologize, I'm not my usual self, but
yeah, usually when Mike and I try to jump in front of the camera, live camera, we're usually upbeat, and we try to have like some good stories to come back with, as well as report backs on the negative things that we see regarding the police state or inhumanity. But we also like to talk positively about the journey being,
it's been phenomenal.
We've run into a lot of great people. We've had a lot of help when we needed it, and it's
Hey, Clark.
really inspiring sometimes as we go along, as well as you get, like I said, the roller coaster up and down. Sometimes people are really nice and they'll kick you down $5 or a 20 or a bunch of food cards. And then there's other times you got people driving by flipping you off.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I just want to get a little personal and intimate here since James brought that up. And, we're trying to create a situation, at least for myself, I'm trying to create a situation where my emotions aren't so intimately tied to income or capital or any other type of signifier of success other than feeling good at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I've got to admit that there are times when basically when the lack of money bums me out and the acquisition of money makes me happy. And that is like something I hate about the establishment, because I feel myself resisting these types of conditioning. Now, James, with the veteran in distress thing, we're working on a very tight dogma on this veteran in distress thing. We really want to make it important and flesh it out. And the thing is like, I don't want to be all about this paint. I don't want to be all about the money.
Oh, neither do I. I mean, I agree. I don't.
But we do need the stuff.
I don't
to
like
get
money.
by,
I don't want
Caleb.
to. I don't like it. I don't want to touch it. But
Yeah.
we need it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
In a quandary.
yeah, because
Paradox.
we like he said, and I don't want to turn this into a bitch session, but I do want to get real with it. When we sacrifice a part of our life, when we make sacrifices to something that's greater than ourselves. In this instant, in this moment, in this phase of my life, it's the change. It's the revolution. I'm just gonna put a name on it right there. It's a type of revolution. It's human liberation. It's a struggle, yada yada. But I've given up something to be a part of something bigger, okay? And that sacrifice is like the typical comforts of home and money and honey. But when I did the same thing in the military, it was like I sacrificed my youth.
A few months old.
And then I spent the next 20 and a half years trying to become a man, you know what I'm saying? And it's just heavy to me that things can shift like that, because I sacrificed when I was 17 and I signed on the dotted line. I sacrificed when I was 25. My life almost seems like it's been a sacrificial thing, right? Yet I have some of the people closest to me, like my family and some of my friends, who say I'm completely selfish. So, I mean, that's like saying Jesus just wanted attention. When selfless gets conflated with selfish,
well,
because of a
everybody's
misconceived or a misperception.
Everybody's confused these days. I mean, they worship things and not people, when people should be worshipped and not things.
I'm just sad, and I go, well, the other day I was all happy. It was like, every time I think I got it tough, I just think of the guy that's got it tougher, And then I start thinking about all the people who have it tougher. And oh my God, how can I help them? How can I help myself? How can I help James? How can I help AC? And I think it's just to keep doing what we're doing, man. And the audience or the consumer or whatever our end has to accept that about us, that we are human and we are going to be showing you some real stuff. We haven't even hit the desert yet, James. When we go through Texas and Louisiana and we start encountering hardcore poverty, racism, police.
Yeah, I just traveled through there recently with my last tour through the Midwest or Western Desert states, and I went back to Oklahoma and Colorado, and there was street after street, that house after house that hadn't been painted. The yard was overgrown, for sale, foreclosed. I mean, and it was just like, you could see the remnants of a society that was thriving, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel actually better, you guys, talking to you guys like this, because
good.
The nature of the work we do is heavy. Not everyone can shoulder these burdens, and it is kind of to day in, day out. I said, I'm not going to talk about the statistics today because it's the holidays and we were at the beach.
And they don't want to hear how many bombs were dropped and how many suicides there were and stuff on Christmas Eve. No.
We're at the beach. It's Venice. It's gorgeous. It's a happy place. It reminds me of Ocean Beach, But then I start going, shit, I'm all nostalgic for Ocean Beach. How are we going to get there, man? Nobody's kicking down any money. Nobody's interested
not
in a bumper
dime
sticker
today.
or a patch or a button or music that veterans, created this music to, we can't explain ourselves all the time. We have to do it through art.
And it's funny because
we have to do it through art.
You said you got some money online.
Well, online,
yeah,
yes, but I mean,
and thank you for that, you guys.
yeah, just to reiterate, the online donations are going to
Specific purposes.
Yeah, and we've used money that we've had to, as they call it, spanging, spare change, to
Fund
the things that we needed to purchase. And what we did was we used even the money that we needed to fix Mike's arm, we spanged, but we credited it towards a donation that we had received because they said they wanted, so we're using the money in the proper purposes. People would say, oh, well, how do we know you're not just going out traveling the country getting drunk? Well, because we've been producing a lot of material. Look at the websites.
Yep.
And we've got a lot to overcome, not having a financial backing.
And I don't mean to interrupt you,
Go
but
ahead.
for the people who do say that, yes, spanging is my way to get across this country, getting drunk with beautiful people and making beautiful stories. And we don't get to do it all the time.
No.
It's not like we're just partying around the country. I mean, the online donations did a specific purpose. We have the bike fund, and we have our chapter fund that we want to be able to contribute to VFP. But for day-to-day living, man, for guys who, for me, and I even blame the shit on the Army because that's where I learned to drink and smoke. But then this, they also taught me how to climb poles, and now I try to climb trees. So
Save the trees.
and someone else today was like, oh, well, you dress all military style and you hate the Army and stuff. It's like, well, I own it. At least I'm the one wearing the uniform, and the uniform's not wearing me. When you go about
cultural heritage.
Exactly, AC. And when you're walking around mindlessly buying Abercrombie and Finch and Nike and Baby Gap and all this crap, and you're not actually considering what you're doing, it's like, at least I own who I am and what I wear and what I own, and the responsibilities that I've earned through the trust of other human beings. I'm not just trying to buy my way into the club anymore, because that didn't keep people from dying. It didn't keep disasters from happening in my life, and by taking this march, I can actually reclaim my life and my condition. And what was someone saying? Yeah, we're changing the language. We're not homeless, we're unhoused. I'm undecided as to where I want to live yet.
I use the term compartmentally challenged.
If I might bring in the viewers real quick, we've had some questions and statements.
Okay.
Occupier Kaylin Lee Strain says, hey guys, decided to place your donation link in a dedicated pad for streamer donations. Right on. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Quite understand, but awesome.
Basically,
Caitlin.
she got the link. She
Cool.
just took the link for.
But we're on PayPal, not WePal.
She just went to the link from your webpage and grabbed your information. So.
Yeah, I'm not savvy.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Freeman Sullivan, Cole, good to see you, brother. And let's see who else. Clark, just lining in under a couple different names there, bud. And Jeremy Ronan, right on, brother. Good to see you too.
Does anyone have any questions out there, or AC? Do you have anything you want to run by us?
Okay, what's that?
Okay,
cool.
yeah, that's. I'm at 13
There's
minutes.
one other thing I think.
We'll be back with one more segment. Thanks for tuning
There's
in.
one other thing, it might take